Today we're going to be reviewing the Dumbo RC X6 radio and receiver set. Roll the intros. Hello YouTubers and welcome back to Chelmswood RC. I'm Peter. As the title suggests, and as you can see from the thumbnail, we are going to be taking a look at a Dumbo RC X6 radio and receiver set. Now this one has got the built-in gyro, and this radio and receiver, well this receiver is actually going to go into my HPI Firestorm 10T. Still waiting for a part for that, but we will get that in the end, and hopefully we will get the HPI Firestorm up and running. But I did want to change the radio in it. I'm not too keen on the HPI radios, so I thought I'd buy this one, and it was cheap, and I mean absolutely cheap. I bought this on Banggood for less than 30 UK pounds. Less than, I think it was about 23 UK pounds I paid for this. I ordered it, I think about on the 18th of April, and today I think it's the 29th of April. It's got here in less than 11 days from China. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant service, and I will definitely be ordering more from them in the future. Because I want to buy some extra receivers for this. So without further ado, I'm going to spin the camera around and we're going to have a look at the packaging, have a look at the radio, and actually try and get it into a car. So the packaging, very nice. Get a nice picture of the actual radio itself. It is a 2.4 gigahertz system. It's for radio controlled cars, boats, and also tanks. It is a 6-channel receiver. Channel 3 is self-locking button, which is on the actual side there. Channel 4 is a 3-way button, which is that there. Channel 5 and Channel 6 are knob buttons, which are these two here. I know for a fact that this one is for the gyro sensitivity, but I'm not sure what that one is. That's one we're going to have to look at. What else we got? It's got rubber oil on the shell for more comfortable hand grip. So in other words, it's got an oil-based solution or something like that on the grip, so it's easier to hold. Supporting mixed control of 1 and 2 channels, so obviously it's only going to be able to be used for throttle and steering. Smooth and high sensitivity control inputs, and stable at a distance of up to, I would say, 400 meters. So that is an epic long range. Receiver response time in 3 milliseconds. That is very, very good. On the back, it gives you a diagram of all the actual versions of the radio you can get. I think mine is the this one here, I believe. Ooh. On the side, again, just gives you a picture of the radio, the receivers, and mine is the gold X6 with the X6FG receiver, which means the gyro version. So, packaging's come a little bit bashed up the top, but it's come all safe and sound. Don't forget, this has come from China, so it's been bunged into the back of a plane. So it opens up quite nicely there. Get a set of instructions. Now I have had a look at these instructions, guys, and they're not the best, but it's a radio, it's a simple radio, you know, it will do, you know, we don't really need the instructions, but it is always good to read the instructions, but be warned, they're not exactly brilliant. The radio itself, as you can see, has been packaged rather well in this nice plastic shell. So get the little bit out first, and then the radio falls out as well. So this is the receiver. Let me try and get it into focus for you guys. This is like I said, it's a Dumbo RC X6FG. So this one has got the gyro installed, and it comes with quite a nice length of aerial. Not the biggest, but it's not the smallest, so nice bit of length there as well. The radio itself, like I said, I've got the gold version. It takes the usual 3 AA batteries, I presume. Yeah, takes the usual 3 AAs. But it also does have, I believe, or some models do, yeah, right in that corner there. The camera's not going to pick it up because obviously it's so dark in there. But you can get a small battery pack that will actually go in there. Will I bother trying to do that? No, I'm quite happy with the A batteries that I use. They've always been reliable, the ones that I use. So to hold it, it's very nice. Triggers in the right place, not too far, not too close. You also can just about do the steering with, you know, one-handed. Like I said, there's a channel here that's got a 2 set position. There's a channel there that when you switch it on, it actually lights up, and you switch off, it goes off. And I believe that is the power on and off button. Like I said, it's got channel 5 and channel 6 at the top. Channel 6, I believe, is, like I said, was for the, let me just double check. Yep, channel 6 is a knob button, and I believe that is for the gyro, but I'm not sure what that one's for. Under the flap, a little bit tricky to get your fingernail in there. You get your usual steering trim, throttle trim, and reverse settings. On the side there is a slot there. So you could, if you did have a battery pack in the base here, you could charge it up via this. And also you can use this to your computer as like a simulator. The aerial itself, very, very nice. It's not one of those flick up ones. It's moulded into the actual radio itself. And I quite like the 2 forward slashes on the radio and the usual Dumbo RC. What can I say more about it? Oh, and also there is a place there where if you wanted to put a lanyard onto the radio so you could hang it around your neck so you didn't drop it, then you could do that quite easily as well. Very, very nice handset. Feels nice in the hand. The receiver looks good. So I think the next thing is to get this installed into a car. Now, the reason I'm replacing the radio on the HPI Firestorm is it's got no real good grip around there. It's very slippery. The front parts come off. It's absolutely covered in paint, and if you have that up, you drop the radio by mistake, it's going to smash that. The radio's going to be rather crap, and how you're supposed to get, you can't drive this one-handed. It's virtually impossible, so you've got to drive this 2 hands. So that's the reason why we're getting rid of this. I'm going to quickly pause the camera, guys, transfer the batteries from here into the Dumbo RC, and then I'm going to get the top off and we're going to get it installed. Just a quick note that the batteries are in there nice and snug, and there is no way they are going to be coming out. So quick and easy, let's get the shell off the car and let's get this receiver fitted into the car itself. So it's quick and simple, just take off the 2, it says, just grab a knife very quickly, don't do this kids. Just to flick off the retaining clips. Take off the body of the receiver box and pull the old aerial out. And this is where we're going to find out which ones go where. So I'm going to quickly pause the camera, guys, and double check what configuration these are in. So there was no notification on this receiver from HPI which one goes which, but obviously that's the battery, and you've got the other 2 which are obviously going to be your throttle and your steering. So it's quick and simple to get rid of. So channel 1 I believe is at the top there, so I'm going to actually turn the radio on, and you do get a nice funky blue light up the top. I'm going to plug the battery into anyone that's in here. I'm going to turn the power on to the And as you can see straight away, as soon as I turn the power on, it's now bonded by the looks of it to the radio. Nice light, bright green light, so we know it's bonded to the radio. So we'll just get the next servo, pop it in. He says. So channel 1 is for your steering, and obviously channel 2 should be throttle. And I could just hear the servo click in now. And yeah, reverse, forwards, reverse, forward, and now we've got to find which button is the one to swap the steering over, which is not that one. Try that one. So if you want to reverse your steering, it's this one here, one on the left, and the one on the right, I would say, yeah, is for your throttle. So that's your steering side, and that's your throttle side. So you're going to have your dual rates at the bottom, and obviously your trims are in the middle there. So I'm going to quickly pause the camera, guys, get my RC stand, and we're going to see if the actual gyro works. So I've just put the aerial up through the aerial antenna there, and I'm just going to fold the metal bit down and try and fix that bit on top. And now it's just a case of getting all the wires back in to the receiver box. Not forgetting the so glad it's not a battery pack in here as well, guys, because this is always awkward trying to do it with a battery pack in there as well. So hopefully that's now back in. I'm just going to quickly secure the box down with the retaining clips. Come on, you little devil. There you go. There we go. That's that one. And the second one. There we go. So let's see if we can get the gyro to work. Well, the gyro doesn't seem to be working on there yet, but hold on, bear with me 2 secs. So I know on these radios, on the receivers, that you have to press a button on the inside, or on the actual side of the receiver. So we're going to have to take these off again. I'm just going to quickly pause the camera, guys. So just literally on the end here, on the opposite side of the actual radio gear inserts, you just press this little button in here. And hopefully now it still doesn't want to work on the... So we need to find out how to get this switched on. So we'll try pressing that button again. And it still doesn't want to know. So maybe we just got to quickly press it. Nope. Try to press it twice. And no. So have they actually sent me a receiver that's not got the gyro fixed. So I'm going to pause the camera here, guys, and I'm going to try and get this working, and if I do, I will come back to you. So, a quick read of the instructions, and what you have to do is press, turn off for a minute, this button here 3 times, and you'll see the LED flash red and green about 2 or 3 times. So now that is been set, and it's hopefully now turned on, which you guys just saw, that with it switched on it was going a bit crazy. So I'm just going to try and get the wires into the receiver box again. Move the brake linkage out of the way. Yep, that's it. So we'll quickly put these back in. That's something there. And there's the other one, going underneath the Mrs. cutting boards. So quickly get these back in. There we go. And if I turn it back on now, so we've got steering's going the right way, throttle in the right way, and now you can turn it off, like I said, by turning this channel down, and you get nothing. But apparently if you put it into the midpoint, which is facing straight upwards, they reckon that's about the best setting for it, and it's not too much, because if you have it too much, you can see I've only got to wiggle it a little bit and it's already moving. So yeah, that's just nice. I reckon in the middle will be about the right place to put it. And one thing I will say, the actual steering is a lot more responsive than what the actual original HPI was. So I prefer this radio. The only thing that I've got to do is when you turn the radio off, it's not going into fail-safe mode. So I don't know if these receivers have got a fail-safe mode built in. So again, I've got to read the instructions, and if they do, obviously I've got to activate it. But if they haven't, it's not an issue. I could always get a aftermarket fail-safe for this car anyway. There's plenty of room in there to fit a little fail-safe, so that's not a problem. But Dumbo RC receiver is now installed, and I'm a happy bunny. So what do I think of the new Dumbo RC radio? Well, so far feels good in the hands. You can drive it one-handed if you want to. The actual grip itself feels okay. Batteries are snug as a bug in a rug in the bottom, and once you get the gyro turned on, the gyro works. Will I be getting more receivers for this? Most definitely, because some of the receivers that you can get with the Dumbo RC range have got, on the one side will be obviously your throttle and your steering servos, but on the left hand side they've got a set of like 6, maybe 8 2-pins which are for lighting. So that is obviously something that I'm going to be looking into later on down the road with this set. I'm going to be looking at putting lights into at least 1 or maybe even 2 of my RCs. One possibly, definitely, is going to be the Firestorm I'm going to put lights into. So you can have working headlights, you can have working indicator lights, working hazard lights or emergency lights if you're in America, and you can also have working brake lights and also reversing lights. So that could be an interesting project for a future video. Obviously I would have to get that receiver. Again, just go to Banggood, order the receiver, and hopefully it'll be here within the 2 weeks that it did this time, which I thought was absolute epic time. And also, when you do order from Banggoods, especially with it coming from China, the company out in China that obviously sold it to Banggood and Banggood sold it to me, kept me up to date of what was happening with the package. I mean, 3 days ago, it was the plane had taken off, and I had a knock on the door yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, not yesterday. Day before, and it had arrived. I was absolutely astounded. I didn't expect it till middle of May. So brilliant, brilliant postage on that. I'm not going to waffle on any much more, guys. Would I recommend the Dumbo RC for somebody that wants a 6-channel radio? Definitely, definitely. If you've got a car that needs 6 channels, I would definitely look into one of these. And yeah, they're cheap and cheerful, but they do the job, and it's going to be doing the job that I want. Yes, Nemesis, I know. It's alright, the dog's trying to get my attention. Probably wants to go for a walk. So I'm going to end this video here, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, guys, please, as always, smash that like button down on the left-hand side. And if you're a subscriber, great big thumbs up. Thank you for staying with me all this time. If you want to become a subscriber, again, click on the button, whichever side it is, down on the right-hand side. And click on the little bell icon, and you'll get notified of every video I publish. If you want to carry on watching videos from my channel, there should be a link coming up here and here. Until the next time, guys, take care of yourselves, protect your loved ones, but above all, happy modelling, and bye-bye from Chelmswood RC.